I didn't know it was. I thought you were. I thought you just like wandered into some other fun last night. I didn't know it was party all day with the coworkers.
Yeah, no, it was just I kind of had a feeling it would end up like that. I really never thought that I'd miss the podcast. But I was like, I'm gonna roll into this thing like, absolute last minute or whatever. And no, just we kept on just hanging out. So, but this is also we had not seen each other. We have not in person been around each other since pandemic started. We've never gone back into the office. So this is seeing people for the first time. I mean, obviously we do have a lot of video calls and everything, so I'd seen them. I realized that some people had grayed quite a bit more than they had been, but just having actually sitting down across from the table from somebody, it had not happened yet. So not really surprised that a few of us lingered a little bit longer and abused.
I love the picture of you from the Phipps Linux corner being like, I fucked up.
Yep.
We were.
Like, I told totally. I fucked up.
I told Ryan, I was like, we should just have him dial in on his phone. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but no prep at all. I don't have anything done.
This is state
what are we doing here?
Let's do shots.
We almost did it. We were discussing it and we were like, man, we just don't know enough about what's going on. We didn't prep at all, but like I was so close to just being like, no, let's just fucking do it.
I would have been so proud of you guys. I've been awesome. Like I was telling Ryan before we got started, I didn't want to do this tonight. You could probably tell in my voice. I just didn't have the energy. I mean, it was one of those kind of hangovers where I did not wake up with a headache. I did not wake up feeling nauseous. I've just been drained all day. It's just been like an actual struggle to do everything. I'd much rather that than be sick, but it's been a long day.
It was like it was 9:15. I said, all right, we could both spend 15 minutes and get topics together and then go for it. But we're like, nah, let's just do it tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow. So that'd be good. I would have woken up to it and been like, probably wouldn't even realized it. I guess my phone would have popped up to because it wouldn't have been posted or anything.
No, you would have had to figure the posting out.
Yeah, I would have never known. Like, go in there. What the hell is this shit? So.
Oh, I guess they recorded.
What the hell did you guys talk about? Because this was a struggle one. This
we
one was
mostly
actually
talked about you.
Yeah, well, that is one of my favorite topics.
That sounds fair.
It's my two favorite topics: myself and whatever anybody wants to say about me. So,
yeah, it was not a good week for Georgia State sports. It was like looking for anything worthwhile. I mean, outside of talking about that barbecue thread on Panther Talk.
We're heading into like the real dark days because once the baseball tournament's over, there's not a lot left going on until football starts back up. I think. I meant the women's track and field competition or conference championship. I think starts this weekend on Thursday. But
maybe a bright spot will be there.
I don't know. I feel like running is one of those kind of weird things. Like I think you're racing against yourself. Like it's really hard to. I don't know. They'll figure out how they'll do their championships and stuff. I mean, they've already figured it out. I don't know.
Hey, you can give us an update on what's going on next to the Convocation Center. You driven by there at all lately? Any movement with the parking lot?
It's probably me, Ryan, and give that
Ryan?
one. What am I looking for? I don't know. Nothing's changed up there.
That parking deck getting any vertical?
I don't know.
All right. Well, they've started another parking deck near me by my house, and so I want to see which one can get built faster.
Well, if they've already started the one near your house, then it's going to be the one near your house because nothing is happening.
I guess I want to see how long it takes to get built, and like if that will tell me whether or not we'll be tailgating there this basketball season, or if we're going to be back out in the blue. Which I saw somebody said. There was a post. There was like an urbanized post about the Convocation Center, like a year in, like this is what it looks like and all that kind of stuff, which is nice read and everything. But of course, go to the comments for the real guts of it. Somebody said they had gone to like their kid's graduation at the Convocation Center, and parking was so overpriced. And I'm like, it's free, dude. It's free. Did somebody in a yellow jacket just come up and ask you for money or something?
$10. $20, man. $20.
Yeah, so I was like, that's weird to me. I could not imagine. And like, it's not one of those events. Like, if we had a concert there, then sure, charge like for parking. But like, we were doing graduation. No, don't. There's no way they were charging for parking over there.
Those people.
I could see us charging for that, but I don't think we did.
Wow. Hey, well then, talking about development, that Publix is looking like it's coming pretty hard, pretty fast, pretty strong.
Yep.
I can't wait for lazy gating, where you just walk into Publix and then walk across the street.
I brought chicken fingers.
Yeah.
No wings, man. We
The
talked about
wings.
this.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talked
I
about
know.
this.
We'll be doing
Yeah,
wings.
and you're so wrong about the wings.
No, they're fucking delicious. They have
No,
such
no.
good wings.
No.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you're
you know
wrong.
what? We should do a blind taste test of wings at one of the tailgates.
Or should we get like all the major grocery stores, or should we get like throw in there
Just wings, your favorite wings. Just grab them and then do blind taste test.
Are we gonna throw in some actual like wing restaurants like Taco Mac or
You could, yeah,
$3 Cafe or something like that?
yeah. I think it's good.
I mean,
It'd be fun.
I would definitely be able to pick out
Taco
which
Mac
wings are
is
which.
the,
Yeah. I'm into anything that involves me eating wings.
I mean, that
I'm
you're
in.
excited about Taco Mac being a wing place tells me all I need to know about like.
Well, I mean, but
being excited about.
I'm just saying they
Publix.
are a
It's
wing place.
fine. It's fine. Taco Mac is fine.
It is.
Also,
They're a wing place.
Publix is great.
No, I would take Taco Mac wings over Publix. Like without, there's no thought process involved there.
That's
It's
weird. That's weird.
Taco
man.
Mac over Publix.
I will say at Publix, every once in a while, you get one wing that you're like, "What's going on here?"
The wonky
is
wing?
dry and weird looking.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's one that was sitting that's been sitting out there just long.
right.
It's one that from the leftover from yesterday.
Probably.
They reheated up with the new ones that went in there. And I feel like Publix always has like the really big wings. And I'm not a big fan of like the massive wings. Aren't they really big? Theirs.
Publix wings are pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah, they're big. They're meaty. That's
So
what I
I-
like about them.
I saw a hack on TikTok, whatever, for Publix for their deli stuff. If you want anything like in the store used in your sandwich or your wings, or whatever, like you could go just pick out a bottle of sauce off the wall if you wanted to do like some barbecue wings or a different
They'll
one,
do it.
and you just say, hey, do the wings in this sauce, and
I mean,
they'll.
so my work, we do pub subs, right? It's like the public subs, and
I had no idea.
very often we'll just be like, oh, everyone order whatever they want, and like 2 or 3 people will go walk and grab them all.
Nice.
We're excited about pub sub day.
Yeah,
Do y'all
sandwiches.
share? Like, if you get everyone just orders a bunch, y'all share pieces. Parts.
No, what are you
No.
talking about, dude? We eat
No
our
sharing.
sandwiches. I don't.
Okay.
There's no
It's a-
sharing.
It's family style, everybody here, and I want all these subs cut into 8 pieces so we can each have a
No,
one.
yeah, we just eat it. We just eat our fucking subs, man. Tim. I mean, you know, we're cool and all, but like, that's weird.
Can't share subs. That's just too far.
Yeah, I order my fucking sub. I want to eat it. I'm gonna eat my sub.
It's like
I do get the foot long. I get the double, and then I eat half of it, and I eat the other half, you know, for lunch the next day or for dinner that night, whatever.
just when you do that, like, because you get them to cut it in half, and you take one half, you open it up, and you pull all the goody stuff out of the middle of it, and you put that inside of the middle of the other one, and so you make your double meat without having double bread.
Ooh.
No, I'll just have
I've
2
never
sandwiches.
done that before. I have never done that before.
I know
Publix-
you just
Publix
made
always
that shit
gives
up
you a
like
good-
right this second.
Publix always
had
gives you a
no
good
idea.
amount of
You were just
meat.
like, man, this is a great idea, and like, it's not. I mean, it could be if you're into that sort of thing, but like, I would just rather have 2 meals.
Or are you saying, Tim?
I said Publix does give you a good amount of meat on their subs.
Oh yeah, for
they're
sure.
not. They don't skimp. Like, I feel like when I go to Jimmy John's, you get just enough.
Jimmy John's is not good. I don't know why people are excited about Jimmy John's.
Oh man, don't let my wife hear you say that. She loves.
I
Jimmy
know,
John's.
but she doesn't know what a good sub is because it doesn't make any sense. Jimmy John's is not very good.
yeah, they're fine. It's just fine. It's like Publix wings. They're fine.
They're there.
You know what? That's fair. I'll take it.
They're there.
All right. Are we done? Is this it?
I don't know.
I know
10 minutes
Ryan-
in.
And you want to be done? I'm done.
I mean, I didn't want to come here in the first place.
yeah. When
Hey, you could tell everyone how you almost got shot and killed this last week.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, I did. The shooting in Midtown. I was there.
were you really?
Yeah, so it was like half a block from my house. I mean, from my work.
It's nowhere near your
telling you
house.
guys, I am very
Yes, there
drunk.
are shootings half a block by your house.
Yeah, I know, but they don't make the news because
It's here.
reasons.
Yeah.
But I yeah, we left. We were gonna go to the E-Ramen, which is right in the same place as the Northside Urgent Care. It's like literally there's an entrance to Northside Urgent Care, and there's like a driveway, and then there's E-Ramen. We were gonna go to E-Ramen, and we walked out and we saw there were like 3 or 4 cops already there, and then there was like 4 and 5 as we were walking up, and one of the women we were with was like, this seems weird, we should not go here.
It sounds like a bad idea.
And we were like, it's fine.
This is a prime example of the woman being the voice of reason and men being like,
No.
I gotta say,
we can power through.
Nothing
There's a
bad
crowd.
happened.
There's a
but she
crowd
was
and there's
right.
cops.
She was correct, right? Like she was the one who was the correct person, and I'll say that. Yes. So we got up there, and we got up to E-Ramen, and we were like, well, let's go in. And there was a cop coming
That's
by
what you
with
do
a
when you go somewhere.
rifle in his arm.
When you get somewhere that you're going, it's a pretty good idea to go in there.
Yeah, I mean, we walked by, and the people at Northside, so we looked over, and there were people in Northside like crowded by the door, like trying to leave, but they weren't leaving, and I didn't know what was going on at that point. And there was a cop that came by while we were walking into the restaurant, and he had a rifle. I mean, he was like done up, right? It wasn't just like a cop wandering around or anything. He was like going in, and we were like, hey, you know, what's going on? Should we eat here? And he just goes, I wouldn't.
The guy that owns E-Ramen's like, fuck, dude. Like, you're getting,
I mean, they were like kind of packed.
Let my customers
I was
in.
like, all right, well, fine. So we just kept walking. We were like, oh, let's go Steam House. Right, Steam House right up the street. We love Steam House a lot. So we're like, that's where I was at, or that's where I got drunk. So, like tonight. But we were like, let's go Steam House. And so we walked up, and by the time we got to the next intersection, the police were closing off the intersection. We're like, oh shit, this is weird. And then we got there, we had our food, we had a couple beers, and then it got real serious. Like, they came up and announced, hey, we're locking this place down. Nobody can come in or out. You guys are here now. Have fun. They also didn't charge us for any alcohol past that point, just so we're super clear. I got pretty trashed that day.
They didn't charge you for alcohol?
They didn't charge us for anything. They didn't say they weren't gonna, but I kept drinking, right? We all kept drinking. And they only charged us for like a beer or two and the food that we ate. I mean, like really. And we just kept drinking for hours. And they were cool, man. But yeah, we were up there watching all the cops pull in, watching everything happen, and I just counted myself lucky that I made my way to a good place to camp out.
That's a good spot to camp out for sure.
It turns out the woman it was one person who passed away, right? It was one that died.
I think it was only one person died.
Yeah, so that person who passed away turns out is best friends with my oldest kid's friends, like parents. So we got a message like, hey, just a heads up.
Zoe's?
No, this is her school, her classmates. But I got a message like, hey, by the way, in case my kid's talking at school about something happening, this is what happened type deal. So so kind of a connection, but not somebody I'd ever had met. No,
I mean, we were so early. I was like, man, like that guy may have ran past us.
Yeah,
who knows?
It looked like he got interviewed by WSB. There's like they're like talking to people, interviewing on the streets, whatever. And there was just one guy they talked to who was dressed very similarly.
Just looked like that guy.
Yeah, just very similar. Like it had similar, but like his bag was a little bit different. But like my wife said, she's like, did the news just talk to the shooter? And it was somebody different. It was somebody completely different.
Yeah, it did look like him a little bit. I'm like,
when everything cleared up, the waitress that we had was just like, hey, can I get you some to-go cups? And we're like, yeah, all
Yes.
right, that's fine.
You get a double.
And so we got some to-go cups. I was the only one drinking beer. Everybody else was drinking like seltzer and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were drinking, but it was seltzer stuff. And we were wandering by, and we saw Mayor Dickens was giving his press conference in the middle of the street, and we were like, let's cross the street and like go past him, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we're in that video for sure. Like I've seen the still of us walking past that press conference, but then there's also a video. There's also media saying they were talking about all of the things like coming back to normal. And in that context, they were like, oh, and there was a gaggle of guys walking by with beers.
That was you.
That was me. I was the only one with a beer. I was the only one with a beer.
But
that
you
was
were in a
definitely us.
gaggle of guys. See, gaggle of guys. That would have been a good idea for a episode title, but
Yeah.
we don't base it off of last call.
That's
so.
true. I was definitely the only one with a beer though, and I just we're very proud of that.
You're walking around.
It's really hard to be happy about anything about that day because it was like that's a shitty thing that happened. But like, I try to explain today. Today I went to the office and I was like, man, we were in the place that was the best place for that to happen. And people are like, oh, so you're happy you were there? And I'm like, well, like let's talk about this. Like don't twist this, right?
Right.
I didn't have control over the fact that there was a shooting. I had control over where my body was. I was in the best possible situation for myself.
Considering
I'm not gonna I'm not happy it happened, but like I am happy that I was there when it happened.
I typically have the news on during the day just as background noise while I'm working, but sometimes I'll be like, I'm just not in the mood for the news, so I'll put on music or something, but I'll tend to keep the TV on and muted. And literally that day, I was like, I'm just tired, done with this. With the news, I'm gonna mute it. But like, wow, but what if something happens in Atlanta? And which, to be fair, I say that anytime I put the music on or whatever. But I was like, what if something happens? Nothing's ever gonna happen here. Mute it. I'm starting to do my stuff, and I look up active shooter in Atlanta. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, there's something is going on here today. I was wrong. So then I watched the news all day long.
We had coworkers too who were like not in any restaurant or anything. They were just like locked out of the building because everyone did shelter in place and they locked everything up. And so they were just like, well, we're just screwed.
We're keeping you outside so the shooter can get you.
So that's why I was like, if we're gonna be locked in someplace, then like Steamhouse, like not charging me for beers is the really phenomenal. Like I'm just not upset about being
a great deal.
Happy about where I am.
Yeah,
I'm not happy this happened. I'm not like I don't feel like I won the lottery or nothing, but like I'm happy that I'm here instead of there.
It's not like you're saying I can't wait for another shooter so I can get free drinks at Steamhouse.
Of course not.
Like something really bad happened and I got free drinks out of it. So I'm going to really appreciate those free drinks. Maybe next time they'll give me free drinks without something bad happening. So,
but if there was
I
another
get a lot
shooter
of free drinks from Steamhouse anyway because my boss pays for them a lot. But I mean that's where I'm at right now. That's what's happening. That's what you guys are experiencing right now is this free Steamhouse.
We appreciate that. We really appreciate that.
Booze.
I saw Guardians yesterday.
How was it?
Guardians. I saw Guardians 3. It's good. I feel like it was like at the beginning of it, he wanted to do so much with the movie. It seemed like it was just a lot of stuff going on. Like, very jumpy. Like he made a comment on Twitter that there was not a second wasted of the editing. Like everything was supposed to be there for a reason. And I felt like it felt like that. Like it was just very jumpy at first, and then once it kind of got into the storyline, I kind of smoothed down, and it was funny. But it was good. I had several LOLs there, and definitely they as they say, go into it knowing that it's going to be emotional, and there's definitely some times where you felt the little wells watering up in your eyes type stuff.
Tearjerker, huh?
Be cool, man. Be cool. I know that there's like people who die who are important, and I just need you to not tell me who.
Yep. I had my expectations going into it, and I will say I was wrong about everything.
Well, you've told me too much now because I know who's the popular dead person.
Well, not just because it was popular. I had my own ideas aside from what was people talking about. I had my and what I was wrong about my idea, not
Fair
about what
enough.
others were saying. So
I'm actually waiting on this one. I'm gonna pirate it for sure, but I'm waiting on this to not be a cam, I think, and to be
like
an
a real
HD.
like a real rip.
Yeah, like a real rip.
I hate the cam
which
rips.
it's gonna take a little while, but like I feel like it's not so long that I shouldn't do it. I've been watching Scream 6.
That's crazy.
you know you can go to like the NCG theater in Brookhaven, and for like $5 you can see the movie.
Well, I can just watch it on my computer too.
$5,
Yeah,
that's
but-
cheap.
But I mean,
What
like
movie?
now, Guardians.
Is that where you
Oh.
guys went? The NCG?
No, we went to Phipps Plaza,
Phipps,
right,
the
yeah.
office, yeah, which
was
was
right there.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
which was fine. And they fortunately were opening the bar as we got there. Like I was really nervous that they were the bar doesn't tend to open until like the afternoon hours, and we were seeing
Yeah.
a 2 o'clock movie. So I'm like, that bar's not gonna be open yet. They're not gonna open until like 4 or something. But they were opening like the guy. I order my whenever I go to a movie theater, I order liquor straight, rocks, whatever. And I'll get a
So
double,
not straight.
and I'll get 2. I mean, no mixers is what I meant when I said
I'm
straight.
just fucking with you.
Because that way it reduces your amount of pee time. Like you get all the alcohol for the movie, but you don't have to pee as much. And
But
so
you
I
have
was
There's less
4
volume.
whiskeys.
so
Less
yeah. So
volume.
I ordered my 2 doubles of bourbon, and the guy was like, "I don't know how to do that. I just stocked the bar. I need to call somebody else over to."
Does he actually give you 2 drinks?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Can you just pour one in the other?
I did.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need 2 cups.
Yeah, because when they pour them up, like the cup is not. I mean, you're getting bourbon. They're not filling it up. So
Who's the other bourbon for? Me.
Me.
Well, actually, to be fair, I got it, and I went and sat down in the theater, and I was like, "This is not going to last me the entire movie. Let me go get another one." So,
So you had 5?
You just
No, it's like-
pre-gamed.
I mean, a total of 4 drinks. A total of 4 drinks.
Oh,
we
you
had
got 2
drinks.
sets. Nice.
Yeah, but I drank. I've been drinking at lunch before then. So yeah, it was. No, so they have a food hall at Phipps Plaza now with
Yeah, how
a
was
big
that?
bar and everything. And so we went there after the movie. It was cool. I mean, it was dead. Oh, it was so dead.
So-
Like there was really nobody there.
Mm.
You sent us a picture from the intersection, and I
Mhm.
just assumed you were leaving. Did you go back inside and continue drinking? Because you didn't text us again until about 3 a.m.
Yeah, no, that was us. The food hall had closed down, and that was us walking back. to
Oh,
Bucket
you're
Shop.
going
So
across
bucket,
the
okay.
street.
So like
Bucket-
you were
back
not
to Bucket
done
Shop.
at all. Like we made the
No,
right
I-
decision to be like, let's not wait for David.
Yeah, I
Whew. It was close.
I found out. Well, I found out. I realized that Marta was no longer running at that hour, which is Marta's how I took to get there. So
That's-
we're like,
Tim was saying something about Marta, and I was like, he's gonna Uber. It's fine.
oh, I had to Uber
Yeah.
home, but
At that point,
yeah.
yeah.
but Marta was the original plan of transportation. Which at that hour, man, I don't want to spend 50 minutes on Marta. Like, just get me
Right.
home,
Yeah.
so into my bed where I can get
Yeah,
yelled at by
Uber
my wife.
sounds
for being
like I would make the Uber decision even if Marta existed.
What time did you like finish up?
I don't know.
2, 2:30.
Well, he texted us
3?
at 2:45.
Yeah. When did you text us?
Let me see. I
Where do you think you were at?
got him. Oh, my Siri just popped up and is yelling at me for some reason. I
Were you at home when you texted us?
got home at 2:42.
Okay, so you had just gotten home and you were
Okay.
like, "Guess we're not doing this." Ha ha.
Yeah, I'm hilarious. I am.
Let's
I am
go,
Mariah.
bitches.
Yeah, that'd been fun. What the fuck are we talking about?
That was
Oh.
funny. It was good. I appreciate it. When I woke up in the morning after I had been asleep already for a long time, I was like, "All right, David got home."
Good night.
Yeah, actually, Tim, you said stay in Buckhead.
I did. Well, because we were like wrapping up. We're like, no, we're not doing this. Stay in Buckhead. 'Cause I didn't want you to get on the train or whatever and then be like, let's go. Come on. We already called it.
Yeah, we called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
I always
Uh,
played devil's advocate with the MARTA trains. You know, you're like out at a bar. You're like, what? The last train's 12:45. So I'm at this station. It comes from the airport. I really just have to leave. I could drink one more, and I have to leave when it hits like Garnett Station.
Yeah, I'm bad about that.
Not Garnett. Don't do that.
Well, no,
Yeah.
not you don't. You go towards this other
Yeah,
station. when
yeah,
it
you
hits
leave for
Garnett.
Marta when your train's at Garnett Station is when you leave where you're at to go to the station get picked up. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
I've had those nights.
NFL schedule release comes out tomorrow.
You already got one game.
Yep. Got the
You going?
We haven't talked about it, but I seriously doubt it. We have friends that live over there that are Falcons fans, and they were asking if we were coming, and I don't think we're going to make it.
Over where? What did we just switch to?
Falcons are playing in London again this year.
NFL
Again?
schedule.
Does that mean we suck? I mean, it means we suck, right?
No.
We're going to be more competitive.
If you play a game in London, it allows you to be available to host a Super Bowl. And so, like, they make teams that want to host a Super Bowl have
Jacksonville will never host a Super Bowl.
Also, it's really sucky teams. It's teams that are not doing very well.
Yeah, and that would be but that deal I think is with the home team. You've got to be the home team. You have to give up a home game to be put back in rotation for Super Bowl, and we're not. This is an away game. This is
oh no.
So we're just
it's at Jacksonville. So at October 1st, which means we'll get our bye week in week 5. Early bye weeks suck ass in the bad way. But I'm excited. I'm just excited to look up and seeing how the
nice
Falcons
correction.
I like how I want to see how the Falcons schedule lines up with Georgia State, and specifically, I really, really, really want
Charlotte
to play Charlotte the same week that Falcons play Carolina and do a twofer, because that's the ultimate twofer trip. Like we talked about stuff like doing Lafayette and Saints or Monroe and the Saints or something like that. But I'm like, those are still like 6 hours away from each other. This one is like
4 hours.
You stay. Well, no, but I'm saying, but like you stay in the same place. Like if you
don't go anywhere.
If you try to go to a Monroe game and then go to the Saints game the next day, you've got to drive several hours. Whereas this one is like you have one hotel in Charlotte for. Well, I guess no.
You just sleep on the bus.
Not Charlotte. Oh yeah.
Everyone just sleep on the bus.
No, sleeping on the bus is not a good plan.
No, just kidding. That would be
horrible. It's not a real plan. Like it sounds great. It's a good way to convince people to do the thing that you're wanting.
Have you done it before?
Well, I did. That was my trip to New Orleans. I'm going to sleep overnight on the megabus, and I'll tell you what, that did not happen.
Mega touch.
We still have the opportunity, the chance for Georgia State at LSU, Falcons at Saints the next day.
Wow.
As a twofer matchup, and that may be a way to get me to go. If I could see both, because I was talking about this yesterday with somebody about going to LSU. And my stance on going to Louisiana is pretty, strong about not going. But we'll probably. I don't know if we'll.
Maybe you can see Georgia State play too. That'd be
yeah. Like I don't know if we'll play LSU at LSU again. So obviously they're one of the bigger tailgate teams and everything. So it's kind of like,
are they? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
they might be complete assholes though, knowing you're a Falcons fan.
Well, they are assholes regardless.
Yeah,
they are.
But like, if I could see Falcons and Georgia State play in back-to-back days, and Baton Rouge and New Orleans are not that far apart from each other.
Yeah,
that may compel me to go to both games.
Yeah, me too.
May compel me.
I could be into that.
Find out tomorrow.
Yeah, what's going to happen when we play New Orleans and LSU the same week, and play Carolina and Charlotte the same week? I get 2 twofers in one season.
What? That'd be insane.
And never again.
So, well, we get
wrap this thing up.
All right, cool. Thanks, Ryan, for listening. Talk to you next week.
Peace. Goodbye.
Bye, y'all.